Hello and welcome back. This is episode 9 of the bonus stage. We're your hosts. I'm Jeff Ford.
I'm Tom Higgins.
And today on the show we're going to be taking a look at Broken Steel DLC for Fallout 3 on the Xbox 360, PS3, and the PC. We're going to be taking a look at...
content.
Oh, tons of content. Battlestations Pacific for the 360. We're going to be taking a look at a new MMORPG called Dead Frontier. And a bonus stage exclusive, the video games live event that's coming to our city in June. So we're going to be taking a look at that.
Yeah.
As you may have noticed, we have a new intro for the front of the show. The music on that is done by Starship Amazing. We're going to have to do a big shout out to them. They let us use one of their songs, and we're huge fans of them. And you can check them out at starshipamazing.com.
And the song is Pokemon, I believe? Or
Yeah.
Pokemon equals / Pokemon.
It's from their That's a Rap EP. Super funny, fantastic album. You got to go check it out. It's free download, so you have no excuse not to.
Yeah.
So definitely check them out. But right away, we're going to take a look at Broken Steel for Fallout 3, which is still my favorite game.
Probably the most
fucking love this game.
anticipated of all the DLC, even
Definitely. Anybody who had beat the original main quest line in Fallout 3.
Anybody who was disappointed with the ending,
Which is a lot of people.
To be righted.
The thing is, for those of you who haven't played it, you might not want to listen to this, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Spoiler alert.
You still play through the main quest line as normal, and you still finish the game as normal. The ending doesn't change. However, there are events after that that sort of lead the curve of you totally eradicating the Enclave from the entire wasteland, which is really cool. So it adds to the Fallout 3 story after the original ending. It adds about 6 hours of content, depending on how quickly you play it. 4 hours to the main story if you really go through and get every sort of item that you can get, and about 2 hours in extra side quests. So there's a lot of content for only 800 points, which is $10. And I mean, still, since Operation Anchorage and The Pit, and now Broken Steel, they've all been $10. I mean, $30 extra for
a lot.
About 30 hours of gameplay,
Yeah.
roughly. I mean, you can't. Operation Anchorage, questionable, but the rest you can't go wrong with.
Yeah.
And you don't need the other two DLCs to even play this one. So if you don't have the other two and you just want to finish the main quest line, you can still do that, and it'll only cost you $10. So basically, your mission is, after you wake up, after like having the shit knocked out of you at Project Purity, you wake up and Sentinel Lines is like sort of sick and like really hurt, and you're not really quite sure if she's going to wake up for a coma. The Elder Lions tells you that, you know, he wants you to help the Brotherhood eradicate the Enclave, just like wipe them off the face of the wasteland. So it pretty much sets this tone where you're like, okay, I have to.
It's going to be epic, is what they're setting it for.
And I mean, as the entire game goes by, like when you're, you know, playing the main quest line previous to this, you're basically a one-man wrecking crew through the entire thing. And this sort of doesn't change. You do a little bit of squad-based action in the first part, and then Liberty Prime gets fucked in the shit. He just, like, his whole lower half gets ripped off, and he starts crawling away, and, I mean, they end up rebuilding him, but, I mean, that never actually happens in the game.
Optimus Prime.
It kind of sucks, because when you, like, start fighting with Liberty Prime, before this came out, you were like, man, this guy kicks ass. Like, he's lobbing nukes like they're footballs and, like, destroying barriers.
End zone, touchdown.
And then the game's over, and you're like, shit, I kind of wanted to fight with him. And then the game restarts again after...
And they cripple him.
Yeah, and then they cripple him, like, maybe 20 minutes of gameplay later, and you're like, son of a bitch. So you really never get to be with him very much. However, he was always stealing my kills, so I didn't really want that anyway. He was always taking my experience.
Anyone's going to take your kills if they're 20, 30 feet tall, chucking nukes.
Yeah.
So... I just let him walk ahead of me and blow shit up.
I mean, it's
like,
it's
why
kind
am
of
I
hard to
gonna do the
get
work?
in front of him without getting kicked in the face anyway.
Or having a nuke land on you.
That's true.
So I was just like, I'm going to stand 30 feet back, pick off the stragglers.
Yeah, and then let him do all the heavy work, which he does, and then he gets screwed, and you're basically left along your own. And eventually, from one of the scribes in the Brotherhood, they give you this device that basically makes it so that you can control the death claws that the Enclave are controlling against you, which is super cool because it doesn't matter what gun you have or what level you are, death claws are a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
They always fuck your shit up. So having them on your side is really wicked. So I had Fox on one side, a Deathclaw on the other, and we're going to, you go underneath Old Oni, and you have to find the Tesla coil to make this new gun that's going to help you eradicate the Enclave. And I got to the front door, and the fucking Deathclaw got killed. One shot. And I was like, God damn it. So now I have to fight all these other Deathclaws that are just beating the shit out of me. It was kind of shitty, but I mean, I got extra experience points. The best part about this is the new weapons. The Tesla cannon kicks ass. It's basically a huge cannon with like an electrical pulse that if you don't kill somebody
Tesla
right
coil
away,
with a trigger, really. That's
yeah,
all it is.
it's just like an electric bomb, and it just basically decimates everything in your way. Takes out turrets one hit as long as you make contact. Super good weapon. There's Gatling lasers. There's new Enclave armor and a new flamethrower called the Incinerator, which does more damage and does more damage to you as a health effect from using it. The coolest part is because Project Purity worked, all this purified water called Aqua Pura is like just stranded around the wasteland, and you can go and pick it up, and it's like really easy to get. Just go to the Jefferson Memorial and pick it out of cases. I kept giving it to Fox. I had over 300 of them. They're 20 HP per bottle, so it's just, I fucking love this DLC. Like I can't even express to you how much this game just like is my life.
One problem. The Gatling laser, as Jeff's talking about, is a precision Gatling laser.
Yeah.
That's kind of redundant. Right?
Well, I'm
you
not
can't
really
have
sure.
precision Gatling. That's like precision nuke. You just can't get near it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, right, it's like it just shoots a bunch of lasers at once, so the precision isn't really there. I think it just adds a bonus to your luck for your special skills, so you get critical hits more often, but it does do a shitload more damage. And then there's a bunch of water caravan missions where you have to sort of protect water caravans that are going to Rivet City and back and stuff like that. So, I mean, for the money, like, you cannot pass this up. This is some of the best DLC. Bethesda knows how to do DLC. Regardless of what you thought of the other two, this is fantastic because this is what Fallout 3 is.
If you were upset with Anchorage, this is definitely going to make you happy. If you're also upset with the end, because I know a lot of fans of Bethesda games, as they do Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, all that junk, when you beat the game, you're expecting to be able just to run around and massacre or save people or whatever. You expect to run around and do stuff.
But you got killed.
And this game was quite a letdown when it first came out. It was a great game, but the end was a letdown because it's like, great, credit roll, and you're like, Bethesda, what'd you do to me?
Yeah. The thing is, though, and the thing I really respect about the company as a developer is that they realized that they didn't do what the fans wanted, and they were like, okay, well, you know what? I understand that they don't like it. How are we going to change it to make it better? So, and they did, and it doesn't really take anything out of the story. It's like, okay, you're back in life, but it's
the
like,
best part is they actually changed it well. They didn't just tack it on at the end, change the source code and go, there you go, you can play.
Yeah.
They actually edited the ending in a reasonable manner that you could actually see happening with the way the game ended originally.
Yeah.
That a continuation is like, okay, I can see this happening.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I died. It's, oh, I passed out.
Yeah.
So it fits. They didn't just tack on,
We're not going to really ruin the specifics for you, but basically, when you wake up, it makes sense that you're not dead.
Yeah.
And it's actually, like...
It's well thought out.
It's so good. It's so good. And for $10, like, if you already bought the game a year ago, like, and even now, if you don't have any of the expansion packs, there's still stuff that you can go out and do in the Wasteland for at least 100 hours. But now you're adding more content on, so you've got, a minimum, I would say, 160 hours of gameplay on this one disc alone. It's just ridiculous. And there's actually, unofficially announced, but more so rumored, I'm one of the people who believe that this is coming out probably in the next few months, but Point Look...
Point Look.
Yeah, Point Look is the new DLC, most likely to take place in Point Lookout, Maryland, and...
It's not officially announced, though, so we don't know anything.
Yeah, but when we do, we'll definitely let you know, and I cannot say enough about this. If you have Fallout 3, you have got to get this package for $10 on the Xbox Live Marketplace and PC
PSN
and
or
PSN.
Steam,
It's just, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. Fantastic.